Okay, so this will cover the plate detail. So drawing the plate detail and putting in the dimensions. So we create a dimension style called plate detail and ensure that the dimensions that we put in suit the drawing that we create. So depending upon what scale you draw this to, so because it's down as say 15 meters, so I'm just going to I'm going to create it as 150. Say, so I'm going to divide it by 100 really, or divide it by 1,000 actually. So I'm going to start drawing. The first thing that I need to do is I need to go to my circle. So I go to home, go to my draw toolbar, go to circle, and I'm going to select on any point, and I'm going to type in my radius, which is 150. Okay, now I could copy that across, so, or else I could draw a line across, but for this I'm going to copy it across. So I click on copy, select the object that I want to copy, press enter, then it says specify the base point, so select on the base point, and then I move that across, and I'm moving that across, pointed it in the direction that I want to paste it to, and I type in 950. And once I'm happy with that, then I press enter, and the two objects are in place. Now if I wanted to, I could have pasted that again somewhere else, but there's no need to do that for the moment. Okay, the next thing then I want to do is I want to find the location of this circle up here. So at what position is this circle? Now from the drawing that we have, it's 400 this way at an angle, but we don't have the angle. All we have is a distance along the x-axis, or back along the x-axis, and we have a distance from this center point here. So in order to do this, we can draw a circle. So we draw a circle from here, and we'll give it a radius of 400. Enter. And then what I'll do is I'll draw a line. I'll draw my line coming back along the x-axis by 160. And I'll just run a straight line up along here. And now I know where these 2 points intersect is the center point of my next circle. Okay? So where these 2 points intersect, because it was 400 at an angle this way, but it was also 1600 out this way. So it's where these 2 points cross. So if I click on line again, or sorry, circle again, I can click on to where this intersects. Now as you can see here, when I go over it, it's actually not coming up as an intersect between the two lines. So what I need to do now is I need to make sure that when I go to Object Snap, that intersection is turned on. So I can use the triangle there and click on intersection, and then I click out here, and then I go to my intersection, and you can see the X appears when I bring my cursor over the 2 points there. So where they intersect. So my first radius is 40, and my second radius is 100. Now at this point I can now delete this circle, because this circle was only finding a location. So I can actually delete this now. So if I click on the circle, I can go to erase. My erase command is just there, and then I can erase this line here and erase this line here. Now I have all my locations correctly set out, and now what I want to do is I want to draw lines between them. Now the main purpose of this drawing is to understand the idea of tangent. So understanding that the tangent of a line to the tangent of a line, we can actually click on OSNAP tangent. Now the easiest way to do that is to make sure, go into OSNAP, turn everything off, and then just make sure tangent is on. Now the other way you can do this is you can come down to your command line and type in OSNAP, enter, and then we click on tangent. We go to our line command, and tangent is the only snap that we've turned on. When you come to your circle, the OSNAP symbol will come on. So I'm just going to zoom in a touch. Can you see that OSNAP symbol? And that will come on. So when we click on to there, it gives us the tangent. So it's the closest point between those two circles running along the line. We go line again. It gives the tangent from here to here. And we go line again, and it gives the tangent from here to here. Now the last thing then that we need to do is we need to work out how to draw this curve here. So there's a curve here, and the way we do this is we use our circle command. Okay, so we're going to use circle again. Now up to now, when we've had a circle, we've known the center point and the radius. But this time, we don't know the center point, and we do know the radius. We know three things about it. We know that it sits on this circle, we know it sits on this line, and we know the radius of it. So in order to do that, when we click on circle, it gives us three options. Down here you'll see it says specify circle, specify center point. So we have 3 points, we have 2 points, or we've tan or which is tan radius. So we click on tan radius, we select our first point, which is along this circle, select our second point, which is along this line, and then we give it a radius, and we know that the radius is 225, and we press enter, and it draws a circle like so. Now there's a number of lines now still in there that we don't want anymore, so what we can do is we can trim those lines. So we click on our trim command. Now up to now what we've done is we've selected cutting edge and selected the cutting edge, enter, and then took out the piece between the two. So if we wanted to do that here, we can go to our trim command, say here, select this as a cutting edge, select this as a cutting edge, enter, and take that piece out. But now I just want to show you a little bit of a quicker way to do it. So we go to trim, and we select the whole object. Press enter, and then just take the pieces out that you don't want. So we don't want this piece, we don't want this piece, we don't want this piece, this piece. Now there's one little circle that still needs to be drawn, so click on circle. Now I can't get the center of that there, so I go back in, click on O-snap, go center, and then the center will appear. Click on the center, and we give it a radius of 50. And that's the object drawn. So that's your plate detail drawn. And the next thing that we'll want to do after that is put dimensions to it. So I'm just going to